Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tierraney, and if you're new here, definitely pause right now and click that subscribe button so that you can stay tuned and be updated anytime that I post a new video to my YouTube channel. In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is an app called Remind 101. So if you're interested in learning more about this free app that you can use in your classroom, then stay tuned. So for those of you who are new to Remind 101, it is basically a free app that you can download to a smartphone or a tablet device that you have, and you can use it to communicate with your parents. So for example, in the 2014-2015 school year, I used Remind 101 as a way to send updates to my parents and actually little quick reminders to them about upcoming things that were happening in my classroom. So for example, I might let them know quickly, please don't forget to check your students' conduct folder and make sure that you initial that you have read their behavior report for the day. I might send a message to let them know that you're able to check your child's folder for their progress report that was sent home at the end of the day. So I just used it to send quick, simple messages to my parents to communicate with them effectively. Pretty much all of my parents had access to a smartphone device, so it was very easy to access them at any time. So I'm going to share with you some of the features that I really liked about Remind. I know since the 2014-2015 school year, the app has made updates and improvements, but I'm going to share with you now what it is that I really enjoyed about using this app to communicate with my parents. So one thing that I really liked about Remind is that I did not have to give out my personal phone number to parents if I wasn't comfortable with doing that. Now, I know some teachers are not comfortable with giving out their personal phone number, so Remind would be a great app for you to communicate with your parents. I was a teacher who really didn't mind giving out my personal phone number, so I will also give parents my personal phone number, but for teachers who aren't comfortable with doing that, then Remind is a great alternative for you. In addition to that, you may be very comfortable with giving your parents your phone number, but there are some parents who aren't comfortable with giving you their phone number. You have to keep that in mind and be considerate of everyone's personal choices. So with that said, another great feature of Remind is that the parents also do not have to give you their personal phone number in order to be connected to the text messages and reminders that you send out. So you may be wondering, well, how do parents sign up for this app? Especially if you're not giving them your number and they're not giving you their number, then how do y'all get connected to send each other text messages? Well, when you set up Remind, the parents will connect to your system through a code access that you give them. So when you kind of set up your group or your community via the Remind 101 app, then the parents will be given a code and you will provide them with that code as well as the number that they need to text the code to sign up to receive the messages. And one thing that I really loved about Remind 101 is that you can schedule the messages to go out at a certain time. So for example, I would look at my week that I have coming up, and maybe I would take some time out on Sunday to schedule in all the messages that my parents needed to know and be reminded about for the upcoming week. Whether it was a field trip, class pictures, I sent home a report card, students need to bring in something. I was able to schedule those out for each day as well as the time that I wanted it to be pushed out through the messaging system for my parents to receive. So that would allow me to not have to worry about forgetting to send out a message or anything of that nature because I had it pre-scheduled and ready to be sent out at a certain time. One thing that I would improve about Remind is for the 2014-2015 school year when I was using the app, I was not able to send messages over a certain character length. Now that is good in a sense because you're able to encourage yourself to get straight to the point because you're busy. parents are busy, so that's one benefit to it. But I just felt that it really hindered me when I wanted to send out more detailed messages, because my parents then might come to me with more questions that I could have previously answered if I would have had more characters to use for my messages. So overall, I definitely give this app an A, because it allows you to communicate with parents quickly and effectively. So if you haven't tried Remind, make sure that you give it a try, download it. It's totally free, and you can always switch to a different platform if you tried it out and feel that it doesn't work best for you in your class. So with that said, if you have used Remind 101, then definitely leave a comment down below and let me know what is a feature that you really enjoy about using Remind. You may be an administrator on your campus. You can still use Remind as a platform to communicate with your team or the community of teachers that you oversee and lead. So definitely give the app a try. Let me know how you enjoy it. I thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Make sure that you have hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned for future videos that I share on my YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you check out my website, misstierraney.com, for more teacher resources. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.